Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the rookie fourth-round pick. This is Dameon Pierce. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. First no gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at third and long.
He's an example of excellent defense there. They stumped him. So now he brings up a third down situation. If I'm going plays here, I make sure I put my hands on my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
Pierce will try to pick it up. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Third and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the third play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, here's Pierce. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Here it goes, a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Okay, he didn't bring that one out of the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the hole right now.
Going for it with Pierce. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
They'll try and run the option. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. The Cook getting the call there on first down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
On second down, it's Cook again. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The Falcons at 2-10 now on the year, and they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and the...
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by the defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Veteran account for the defender picked up one of his better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another veteran account for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Cook again. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Cousins to throw it. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field really well.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
We've done, Brandon. I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that. Right there, they get a nice push into the offensive backfield.
A great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. But he was called on 3 times in the win last week, as his first one here's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Cousins now from the 50. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They run again on first down. Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Lots of plays on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They run it again with Cook. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Open man is Uzomah.
That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Thuney.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Cook following the penalty. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Cousins. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fifth defensive back, the extra defender, he got time to get things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
1st down, they go right back to Pierce. And he takes this up right near the 45. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. On the move to his left. Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Back to the ground with Pierce. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down that way.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On third down, here's Pierce. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kaiser White. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season. And his problem turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurt yourself in the mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Cousins. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Dalvin Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Here we go. No score zone.
They'll throw now on the final play. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to... down conversion. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball. Well, they certainly did a nice job there picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 86 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What do we call them, run fits? Everyone was in the right place.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Up the middle, it's Cook. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So certainly not at all. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack and a first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now we're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you'd like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Come on, set.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return is Williams. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be Falcon football. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He's got his man on the crossing route. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing is Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Well, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big After this, it figures to be He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. He got 29 yards that time. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll look to throw now on first down. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here we go.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Let's go.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Ready.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now back to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Jalen Guyton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. The quarterback will keep it himself. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Cousins. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Get ready.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it, before you get much out of it.
They're in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce. Touchdown! Dameon Pierce from a yard out. And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it to make it 27-13. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception.